Starmen Podcast.
Hello, and welcome to a Starmen Just Watched. With me is Billy, as always. And we watched Argo. When did this movie come out?
2013.
2013, okay, so it's more recent than I thought it
Yeah,
was.
it's like last decade.
Yeah. As the time of this recording.
Yeah.
So, you want to explain this a bit better?
Yeah, no, it was like directed by Ben Affleck,
Yep.
and it tells the story of like CIA agent Tony Mendez who, during the Iranian hostage crisis, 6 Americans literally snuck out of the back of the building and headed to the Canadian ambassador's house.
Yeah.
And he just came up with the idea to make a fake movie with everything going with it as a co-story to get them out of the country.
So, the whole premise is that they make a fake movie to smuggle 6 people out of Iran.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I guess we're going to be spoiling the ending to this movie, so, and it's based on a true story anyway,
yeah.
so.
Oh yeah, no, this actually happened.
Yeah. So, yes, they do make it out of the country.
Yeah. As I know, the scene where they do make it out was
A little edited for a movie, we'll say.
Yeah, but you can see why they made it like that.
Yeah.
So,
Edited for entertainment.
yeah, and behind drama.
Yeah. If it would have went the original way, they would have been flying out and no one would have stopped them,
Yeah.
and that would be the end of it. A little anticlimactic, if you
Yeah.
ask me.
And I don't think we've ever seen people so happy to hear
Alcohol is now allowed on the airplane.
plane, yeah, because I ran. I think it's a dry country,
Yeah.
so
But so the joke there, everyone, is that when they're flying away, they hear the announcement over the plane,
yeah.
the speaker on the airplane, that alcohol is now drinkable,
yeah,
which means they are out of Iran.
and they just started like celebrating.
And so these 6 people who just got escaped from Iran are so happy just to be out of Iran. But if you were an onlooker, you would think they are horrible alcoholics.
Yeah, no. like the thing's like, well, the Canadians so those.
So those rumors are true. But so this is a drama doc, is what I call it.
Yeah, docudrama.
Docudrama. There, thank you.
Yeah, it's actually the actual term.
I did not know that.
Oh, thank you.
But drama doc, you just said
Docudrama.
docudrama. Sorry. Yeah.
Well,
I'm not, it's not a genre I'm really into. I'll be super honest with you.
I mean, I was like, because I was like watching movies that like it was supposed to be based or inspired on true events. Watch the movie and just see what actually happened.
Yeah. But as a person that's not a fan of this genre, I still recommend watching this movie.
Yeah.
Not like you're not going to get the high action, high stakes movies of like movies as of today, but if you can actually sit and follow the story, it's very intriguing.
Oh yeah, I mean, like how when and how it all the idea came when they were trying to figure out how they can get the hostages out.
Yeah.
Like they had all these different scenarios, and it was Tony Mendez watching talking to his son on the phone. They were both watching Battle for Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
And the makeup artist, John Chambers, did some stuff with them before.
Yeah. So, the idea was sprung.
Yeah.
And then I like this because we get to see what happens and how a movie has to get greenlit.
Yeah.
And then we see how a plan for the CIA gets greenlit.
Yeah.
So we get to see that those two hurdles have to be crossed.
Oh yeah, like
before we can even go to Iran.
yeah, like no, like just they, like, yeah, like they have to come up with all these things. They gotta get approved.
Yeah, they gotta get approved. They gotta make sure it looks so legit because if anything's off and
It's compromised.
the plan's compromised, and plan being compromised means death in this scenario. So, props to them for showing that side of the movie making part of it, and then again how to execute the plan.
Yeah, because I love like American plays the other producer they hired to make it look legit.
Yeah.
And I love his like, okay, if I'm gonna make a fake movie, it's gonna be a fake hit.
Yep. That's the attitude you want going into that.
Yeah. and they sold like the movie. They had like the press release. They even had like the script read through. Everyone in costumes reading the script.
Yep.
So they like sold that it would make this believable.
Oh yeah, no, they had to sell the idea, even though everyone knew this is just a fake movie to get 6 people out of Iraq.
Yeah.
But well, everyone in on it. We had to convince the world otherwise.
Yeah.
Which I feel sorry for any fanboy that actually wanted Argo to happen.
Yeah. Like they make the announcement like someone's like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. Movie never comes out.
But it'll be the next big thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be the next Star Wars. I knew it was.
Yeah. So let's just touch on that a bit. What was Argo supposed to be? A Star Wars knockoff?
Knockoff.
Yeah. So something kind of sci-fi-y.
Yeah.
All I know is George Lucas is gonna sue someone again.
Yeah. Come on, Argo. Come on, so it's the like Jason the Argonauts, like the Argo. No, it's the spaceship. Well, what does Argo mean?
Argo, fuck yourself.
Like, okay, that was a good one.
Yeah, that'd be the catchphrase for the film.
Yeah, because they actually use it as like the code word for when they get the go ahead.
Yeah. So, anything else about the movie you want to talk about?
Oh, just like the tense moments, like near the end when they're being.
Yeah. Okay, so before we even get to that, I like we pulled the plug on the operation bit.
Oh yeah.
So they're about ready to go. They're going to head to the airport and fly out, and then Buddy gets the call and says, "Don't do it. We pulled the plug on this operation."
Yeah, like we're prepping they were supposed to be prepping Delta Force to do an assault on the embassy to take it back, and they wanted them to just like walk and go back to the embassy.
Yeah, and it's like that ain't happening.
No, it's like I'm responsible for these people.
Yeah.
And now this boss, there was trying to get the Secretary of State, the guy who also, and then they couldn't get a hold of him. And they asked, like, where does this kid go to school? It's like, I don't know. Well, find out. Like how? Like, I don't know. Like,
you're the spy agency. So yeah. So this leads to the first well, no, not the first dramatic moment. Sorry. But
I think you got when they were going out of the location shoot.
Yeah.
When they're driving and they're like going to the crowd.
Yeah. So that was the first tense moment because like the crowd could have just went wild and broke through the van, and there you go.
Yeah.
And then when they're going from the marketplace, and the guy stops them.
Yeah, because one of them was like they were trying to sell sell the fact that they were scouting the movie, and one of the girls was taking the pictures, and the guy
did not like that at all.
Yeah, didn't give permission, and they even says like, "Oh, we'll give you the picture," and he's so.
Oh yeah, no, he's still freaking out.
Yeah. And at the same time, someone was taking pictures of them.
Yeah. So I guess, sorry, we should rewind a little bit. So the start of the movie is the embassy gets attacked. The U.S. embassy gets attacked by Iraq.
Yeah, Iran.
Or Iran. I am so sorry.
Yeah, no.
Forgive me, I'm a little tired, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they. It was like they stormed the embassy to take everyone. Their hospital. There was like 6 people working in the back of the building that had direct access
To the street. So those 6 people fled, and these are the 6 people that were trying to get out.
Yeah.
However, though, during the attack, all information is to be destroyed.
Yeah.
So that they can't be identified or anything.
Yeah, but someone kept like a mugshot book of all the embassy staff.
Yeah.
And they were basically hiring sweatshop kids to assemble it. And so it
To
was only a matter of
reassemble the
time.
shredded data. Yeah. So it puts a time limit on everything because it's only going to be a matter of days before.
They're going to realize, wait, there's 6 pictures here that we don't have.
Yeah. So there's your overall drama.
Yeah.
Time limit is key.
Yeah, like they're like, oh my god, crunch time before they get discovered.
Yeah.
And then the housekeeper gets questioned,
Yeah.
but she ends up fleeing the country.
Yes.
Because when after they take off, they destroy the stuff in the ambassador's home. Then they like the Revolutionary Guards. Some soldiers ran the gate, came in, saw everything got destroyed, and realized
Yeah.
that something's not right.
Yeah. So, going back to these guys, they finally get to the airport, and this is where the other tense moment comes in. Because of the original plan being pulled, the airport tickets were never purchased.
No. So they just keep saying, like, check it again.
Yeah.
They check it like 2 or 3 times, and finally it's...
Yeah. It was like, they finally came in.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, my God. And then they proceed and they get questioned.
Yeah. Then it looks. Then he says like, "Oh, just call studio's office."
Yeah.
And they call, and the 2 guys are on the way into the office, but they saw because they were shooting a movie.
Yeah.
And as they get stopped, the phone's ringing.
Yeah.
And literally, he's just about to hang up when John Chambers answers.
Yeah.
Like, Argo cutting it.
Very close. Yeah. Alright. So things you don't like about this movie. I know this is going to be a hard one for you because this is actually one of your kind of a favorite movies.
Yeah, no, this is one I usually watch once a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's really hard. Like,
So just as a disclaimer, Billy has seen this movie several times and I have never seen it. So we've got 2 different viewpoints going.
Yeah. Honestly, I can't name anything.
As a newcomer to this, but this is also just because I don't like the genre, it was a little dry in a lot of areas. But to counteract that, the end tension was really well done, and even I was on the edge of my seat, even though I knew this was going to end in everyone's favor.
Yeah, like...
Because usually the true story gets end in everyone's a happy ending. Not always.
Not always.
But usually these docu-dramas usually do that.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. Yeah. But and everything else, nothing else was really terrible about the movie.
Yeah. I'm glad that it's enjoyable, most of it.
Yeah. Just as a fun disclaimer, I fell asleep in parts of this movie. But not because the movie was that dry. I was running on very little sleep, and it is hot today. There are some fun moments in this movie.
Oh yeah, like
Especially if you plan to riff on it a little.
oh yeah, like
Yes.
like some of the lines. Funny is like when they go to like suggest the movie idea.
Yeah.
It's like okay, like just brace yourself. It's like talking to the old just from the Muppets.
Yep. Yeah, trying to pitch the whole how we're going to get 6 people out of Iran is with a fake movie
Yeah.
to the head of state, I think it was.
Yeah, it was like it's like yeah, it's one of the government officials they had to
Yeah, get it greenlit for
yeah. Or the one of the scene with the animal. The character who talks to the girl that's like reading one of the line, like one of the characters.
Yeah.
It's like keep that space bitch away from me. It's like, oh, you know her? It's like I was married to her.
Yeah. Space witch, sir. It was witch.
Oh. Wow. You don't remember movie lines and
Yeah, I do pick up on small details like that because I was like, I don't think they can say the B. Like, I don't think they go past saying the B word, but I don't think they said the B word.
no, I think you read that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like
Especially when she introduces herself as the space witch.
oh yes. Thank you. But yeah, no, that was funny.
Yeah. So, final thoughts on this movie because we're probably going to call this one a short episode, unfortunately. Not much to really say overall about the movie.
No, I mean, like, it was a well-done movie, and, like, it won the Best Picture Oscar.
Won Best Picture, so that's something to be said right there.
Yeah, and I think it was Ben Affleck's first time directing a movie.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty impressive.
Very, very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got really nothing else to say about it. I like the movie, and I do recommend anyone to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like, so it's one, like, like, I wanted to see when it was out, and when it came out, I just picked it up.
Yeah.
And I watched it, I'm like, okay, this is going to be on my list of movies I watch at least once a year.
Yeah. The other thing I liked about it, the subtle hints of what's at stake. We see scenes where someone gets taken out on the street and gets shot.
Yeah.
We've seen where people are hanging from forklifts.
Yeah.
So you kind of get the sense of this is what's going to happen to these guys if they're caught.
Yeah, and the fake out execution.
Yeah.
They took a few of the hostages down in the basement, put hoods over them.
Clock guns and then
click.
Yeah.
And they literally all was like kneel to the ground like in fear.
Yeah, like just thank God I didn't die, but holy shit, which I kind of did at this point.
Yeah.
Like just absolute torture.
Oh yeah, no, like it's like showing like the images and all that, like
yeah. So there is some imagery in this.
Yeah.
So just be aware of that before you go in too.
Yeah. I do the funny line of when it shows like the archival news footage of after everything went down was the CIA denied, like the U.S. denied any involvement in this.
Yeah.
So it all like they all like Canada take the credit.
Yep.
And and then when the news briefings when the spokespeople for Iran says Canada will pay.
Yeah. It kind of shifted the blame on that one.
Blame Canada.
Yep. Alright, unfortunately that's really all we have for this movie. So, thank you all for listening. This has been Just Watched Argo.
Yeah. See, Billy, dig it.
Devin, see you later. And have a good one, guys.